car breakdowns are always inconvenient. But for some people, they become the most terrifying moment of their lives. Tonight, I'll be sharing 2 real-sounding horror encounters from lonely highways where something, or someone, was waiting in the dark. The man on the shoulder. I was driving back from a late work shift around 1:40 a.m. The highway was empty, just endless road, dark trees, and my headlights cutting through the fog. About halfway home, my engine made a loud popping sound. And then everything went silent. I pulled over onto the shoulder. No cars behind me. No lights. Just darkness stretching miles on both sides. I got out with my phone flashlight, trying to figure out what happened. While checking the engine, I heard something strange. Footsteps. Slow, heavy, dragging footsteps approaching from behind my car. I froze. At first I thought maybe another driver stopped to help, but there were no headlights, no car, nothing. The footsteps got closer. I turned around slowly and lifted my phone light. There was a man standing about 20 feet away. Not walking. Not talking. Just standing, slightly hunched, as if he had been watching me for a while. His clothes were soaked, like he had been walking through water or rain. But the pavement was completely dry. I called out, "Sir? Are you okay?" He didn't answer. He just tilted his head, slowly, like he was studying me. Then he whispered something. Barely audible. "Help me." I stepped back. Something felt wrong. His voice didn't sound like someone asking for help. It sounded like someone trying to copy the way a person speaks. He took one slow step toward me. Then another. I backed up until I felt the door of my car behind me. That's when I noticed something. His feet weren't touching the ground. They hovered, just an inch above the asphalt. My body turned cold instantly. I jumped back into the car and locked the doors, trying to start the engine even though it was dead. The man pressed his face against my window. His eyes were completely black. He whispered again. "Open." I kept hitting the ignition, nothing. Then, as suddenly as he appeared, he walked backward into the fog, never breaking eye contact. Until he completely vanished. No footsteps. No sound. Just gone. I sat there shaking for nearly 10 minutes. When I tried the engine one last time, it started. I didn't look back once on the drive home. The next morning, I checked the side of my car. There were muddy handprints along the entire rear window, but it hadn't rained for 3 days. The car with no driver. I was returning from a friend's house, driving through a quiet rural road. It was almost 2 a.m., and the nearest town was miles away. My gas light came on, but I thought I could make it. I didn't. The car sputtered to a stop near an old wooden bridge. I cursed under my breath and stepped outside, hoping I still had signal. I didn't. While I was debating what to do, I noticed headlights approaching from behind. Finally, help. But something was wrong. The car was moving slowly, perfectly straight. But through the windshield, I couldn't see anyone in the driver's seat. It rolled to a stop about 10 feet behind me. The engine stayed running, but no one opened the door. I called out, "Hello? Can you help me?" No reply. I stepped closer. Still no one. I was about to turn around when the passenger window slowly rolled down by itself. Cold air rushed out of the car, colder than the night outside. Then a voice came from inside the vehicle. A whisper that sounded like it came from everywhere at once. "Get in." I froze on the spot. The back door unlocked itself. "Get in." I stepped back slowly. The car's headlights flickered, and its engine revved, like it was getting angry. Suddenly the car lurched forward, tires screeching, trying to pin me against my own dead vehicle. I barely jumped aside. The empty car spun in a circle on the road, fast, like someone invisible was behind the wheel. Then it stopped facing me. The headlights dimmed, and the driver door opened a few inches. An invitation. I ran into the woods without thinking. I didn't stop until I could no longer hear the engine. When I eventually found my way to the main road and got help, I returned with a tow truck. The car that chased me? Gone. No tire marks. No debris. No record of any vehicle on that road. But the tow truck driver said something that still chills me. "You're lucky you weren't here 2 years ago. A man died on that bridge when his car rolled into the river. Nobody was driving it. Happened exactly at this spot." I still avoid that road to this day. Car breakdowns are unsettling on their own. But when they happen in the middle of nowhere, you never really know what's hiding in the dark. If you want more stories like this, let me know, and stay safe on those late night roads.